I'm June Hartley. I represent Women Working Worldwide. The mission of Women Working Worldwide is the empowerment of women and improvement of women's conditions at the workplace. The initial work was with the garment sector, and right now the work is with the women in the flower sector. Though the sectors are different, the issues don't vary that much. I mean, the garment sector is commonly, it is the long hours of work, overtime. And overtime is not just overtime, it's overtime plus what goes with it. No transport is provided. Women are in danger, they get raped, they get harassed and so on their way home. Very, very low wages. The payment is almost not enough to survive on. The working conditions, the garment sector, I think, is worse so than the flower, in the sense that women are constantly shouted at to produce faster, and some workplaces have no safe waters. There's a whole lot of package of issues here. The strategy for the organization has been twofold. One has been to work with the social partners and the countries. In the garment sector, the previous director worked predominantly with partners in Asia. But the second part of the strategy is to work with the buyers in Europe. In this case, the work has taken place through the organization called the ETI Ethical Trade Initiative that brings together the buyers, the trade unions, as well as the NGOs involved. And the idea here has been to develop codes, work with codes, and ensure enforcement and compliance. But for us, it's been about leveraging and making sure that we use these to continuously improve the conditions on the ground. The problem with codes, for example, they are adopted. Everybody is there, but there's continuous violation of these codes. The government is the overarching power. And what I would say about the government is that they are in charge of the legal frameworks that regulate the countries. These companies are part of them, and they could set up systems where they do set bottom lines for these companies. For example, on living wages, governments have their own minimum wages for their own people. Why should workers in the developing countries be treated like second-class citizens? The garment industry has been hanging in there for a long time. All we know is that everybody goes to the shop, buys the beautiful clothes to make themselves beautiful, same as the flowers make themselves happy. What we are saying from the organizations like Women Working Worldwide and others is pay attention. Ask yourself, where does this dress or this piece of material or whatever I have beautiful in front of me, where does it come from? Under what conditions have they been produced? We know that consumers will never associate themselves with something that's bad. But ultimately, if the awareness was broad enough that said we are not going to buy not any more stuff that is not ethically produced, the producers will change. If there is no pressure, it's a freebie for them to do what they like. What I would like to say probably is that there are a number of NGOs and trade unions working in this area as long as time has been, but it is a fraction of work that has been achieved. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, and we need to engage it with absolute vigilance to make sure that we get real results for the people that are the sufferers in this case.